Today we have a 2002 Mazda Millenia or 626 starter, not starting up the vehicle. This one in particular is a 02 Millenia. My Millenia, which I got recently, I tried to turn it on and all I heard was clicking. Took the battery to charge for a little over an hour, came back with good voltage, and I'm still getting clicking. So let's go ahead and address this starter. To start off, it's very similar to the 626. This particular model, the battery is right here. I took the battery out, but as you can see, the tray remains there. On the 626, you're going to have the gas filter around here. Again, it's the same engine, it's just slightly configured differently. But on this particular model, batteries here, the gas filter is inside of the gas tank. And as you can see, I already started taking this off. There's the starter. Doesn't look too happy. So far, if I'm not mistaken, I did the 626 a few years ago, but this one takes 12mm bolts. I believe it's 3 of them. As you can see, the ratchet, those, and it ends behind that wire. Big harness back there. And I believe I have 2 more on the other side. It's a flat unit. As soon as I take it out, I'll show you how it looks like. A black connector comes off, squeeze and pull. You have a black rubber there. And basically we take it off and remove that nut, and that's the connector from the battery. And basically we're gonna take it off. Let's start doing this. I'm gonna put you down for a moment. And close the door because it's a lot of noise. As you can see, I'm spinning this off. Hopefully I can show you somewhere in there. Here we go. If I'm not mistaken, these were not that long. Alright, one is off. On this one, I believe you have to feel it out. Hopefully we can take this out without taking the battery tray because the bolts are rusty. Alright, and I'm going to need my 2 hands for this, so I'm going to have to resume this video after I locate the bolts and take you guys along. Alright, I'm going to take you inside of the unit to show you how it sits down. Actually sits on top of the transmission and where it meets the engine itself. So I took the first bolt out on the left hand side, 12mm. Nut is out for the electrical wiring. That's 12mm as well. I'll take you along, and there it is. 2 bolts on this side. They're 12mm by the way, and we're gonna move those out. And then this whole assembly should just come out in one piece. After fighting with it for so much, I tried so many angles, and so far I found this to be the best angle to remove this starter motor out. So let's finalize it with you guys. Along, it looks like I still need my 2 hands. Okay. Definitely, guys, if you're able to take the battery cover tray out, go for it. This one, however, not so nice. Lost the bolts, And this is how your starter motor looks like after it's been removed from the car. 3 bolts, like I said. And there is, I believe this is what they call the pinion. And basically when you energize the car, you move the key to the on position. This will actually slide. It will lock with the flywheel that you saw over there and crank it. Once it's on, this will retract and the car will run on its own. So basically that's what we have. Alright, let's bring it to the store and do a comparison and put this bad boy back on and get it started. Alright, just coming back off the store and comparing the two. This was actually the replacement. As you can see, the 2 bolts, the one right here, everything matches, which is very good. All right, take that off. All right. We will take this zip tie later on when it's in the car, but let's get this started. All right. I'm telling you, I hate this battery tray. Yep, I definitely hate it. It's personal now. We're almost there. And here we go. Alright, it's just a matter of aligning it now. Very, very tight fitting in here. Alright, so there's going to be a dowel pin in there to align it. And if I were you, I would just align it right there. Get him started. And nope, I'm not in the right place. No, I am. Got the first one started. All right. This one's gonna run all the way in because I don't want it to pivot down to follow gravity. So far, that's how it looks and what we have so far. One more bolt. It's gonna go right in there. I'm gonna find a way to actually get in there and get it started and complete the job. Here we go. We plug it in. We slide this in. This rubber. Did I tell you that I hate this battery tray here? And I can't take it off because the bolts are rusty and I don't want to break it. Alright, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to find a better angle because this is not working out for me. Alright, good. We got it started. I'm just gonna tighten it down. I believe that one is a 12. Hopefully the replacement is a 12. And I believe they changed it. I had a feeling that that was the case. Look, this is a 13. And the first thing I do is to drop the darn thing at the bottom. Okay. Alright, I did not over tighten them. I'm not a big fan of over torquing bolts. You shouldn't over torque bolts anyways. But long story short, that is the starter. Hopefully you have better luck with than me when you have to do yours. And sorry about the light. This clip goes right here. truth. Let's actually put the battery in and see how it goes. I'm a big fan of putting the positive terminal first and then the negative. Usually, I tend to see a lot of spark. People don't like spark. People react. It's a natural reflex. I understand. I do it too. So, no need to worry. But to reduce that type of event where you have a spark, make sure you connect the negative last. Make sure your terminals are clean. That is an aftermarket positive terminal. In my case, it happens to be a 13 socket size. On the factory one, which I still have, if I'm not mistaken, it is a 10. And I know I have a 10 somewhere here. Where is my number 10 socket? I don't have a socket, but I do have a fucking wrench. Make sure they're nice and tight, and this is a good opportunity to check that your terminals are clean and your battery poles are clean as well. All right, take all this out of here. No tools. My apologies. I actually had run out of batteries. Let's go ahead and test this out. Starter's on, battery's on. Moment of truth. Just in case you have this type of vehicle, make sure you put your battery strap on. I'm not going to do mine because, as you can see, mine is a little rusty. So I'm going to paint it. I'm going to let it dry. Then I'm going to put it back on. How did I find this? There is actually a hook on this side. that attaches to this loop with a bolt. It's actually a through bolt with a nut, and as you can see, this hook hooks right down here or somewhere in there. I have to look for it, but I'll worry about that after I paint it. I do need to get a new battery. We'll work with that later, but this is just the general procedure in how to change a starter. You may actually be lucky. Your starter might be at a more comfortable location than mine's. This one, not so bad. My 626 gave me a greater challenge than this. I had a lot of crap here. Filters and whatever else I can't remember. I believe it was the power steering control module was there. But as you can see, it's resting very nicely. So I'll continue to bring you along with more of this Mazda projects. We're going to change this boot, has a rip, and we're going to again go on. I'm going to take this manifold off eventually, paint it off, and take you along. So far, not so bad. I also have a future project for a thermostat to change, and I'll do that after I take that intake out completely and go on that way. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with the technical difficulties. My apologies in advance. Any questions, feel free to ask. Drop a message at the bottom. I'll always get them, and I'll try to answer them as promptly as possible. Subscribe. It's always a good thing. Share for those that actually are the do-it-yourselves or the weekend warrior. And again, if I can do it, you can do it. And as long as you have a good set of tools, a good reference, go for it. Thank you for watching.